Hi there, so I thought I would upload a full training session. So within my mini cut series, I normally just put a montage of training clips behind so that you don't get too bored of me talking through my mini cut, but I thought that we would go for a full upper body training session. So you'll see that will come up is my training plan. Just an outline. Things aren't always 100% to the book. I do auto-regulate to a certain degree, but what you're seeing here is my bench press, so 115 kilos, it's 4 sets of 6. You've just seen my first set, and I hope you can see how that moves a little bit easier than this second set, which all in all I'm quite happy with, because earlier in the week my hypertrophy work, which was a little bit higher reps, I missed a rep on that final set. So strength is looking good. Definitely not easy reps, but they were there and I got all reps. This could be down to the fact that I calculate my 1 rep max off my strength set rather than my hypertrophy set. So that is exercise 1, and I don't pair it with anything. You will see later in the clip that there are movements and they do get paired together. I wouldn't say they superset because I still take a good 1.5–2 minutes rest in between. This here has got to be my favourite movement. It is the seal row. I really need a seal row bench, and I probably will get back to using a barbell at some point, but I'm really liking the way I'm progressing with these at the moment. They started not that long ago down on 30s, and it's been a movement I've progressed at literally adding 1 rep per set over the weeks, and they do feature in both my hypertrophy and strength days. So a movement that's progressing well. Pretty excited to kind of get these up to 40 kilos, but I do favour them in terms of muscle contraction over that of a barbell. A barbell, you can kind of kick your feet and I guess do a full-on seal row, because you do look like a seal laying on a bench pulling on a barbell. This is a lot stricter, and I'm a big fan of a chest supported row. I do find that any other row variations, it's so easy to let other muscles come into play. So chest supported rows are definitely in for myself, because I just cannot nail the execution well enough on other movements. I'll tend to drive my legs and lower back. So very happy with the way that these are looking. And I think also they're probably the one movement that kind of shows that the mini cut's working. The fat is slowly pulling off. This is something that you're going to go, oh hang on, these don't actually line up with my sets. Well, that's because I wasn't able to progress from last week. No, that's a lie. Last week was deload, and I did progress from the week before, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to keep hitting 9s. My second set of these, those 9s were tough. That was a real grind. I think you'll see that from a different angle. So I knew that I wouldn't be able to get 9s, and I knew that probably I'd struggle to even get 8. So I made the decision to just get the low end of the reps and add another set in order to build up volume. So coming into next week, if I manage to progress, or if I think that I can get 3 sets of 9, I will take that before moving on to 3 sets of 10. If not, I will just build up those 2 sets where I've dropped the reps. And obviously I won't always add sets. I'm quite reluctant to add sets, and as soon as I can pull them away, I do. But in some cases, you have to add that additional volume for a period of time in order to progress. So I think this is the one where you're going to see, yeah, that was my 9th rep. There wasn't going to be another set of 9. That'd have probably been very hard to get another set of 8, because I find once you go to that point of so close to failure, you know you're going to lose probably more than 1 rep. Weighted chin-ups, a movement that some weeks I love and others I absolutely hate. It's a movement that hasn't really been progressing very quickly. I've been lucky to add a rep to 1 set per week, and considering my body weight's coming down, I'd expect them to kind of progress a little bit easier. And when I compare this to my hypertrophy work with a neutral grip pull down, I'm favouring the contraction there. So in a training block or 2, my chin-ups might go out, and I don't think I've had chin-ups or pull-ups completely out of a training block for a long time. I'll see. I might like them next week. Dips, one of my favourite movements, always have been, and touch wood, I'm super lucky that I don't seem to get any elbow or shoulder pain from these. I know that does affect a lot of people. I'm not too sure why I exited off this set like it was so challenging, because it wasn't, and I went on to get a nice comfortable 9 reps on the following 2 sets. Face pulls happen in all upper body sessions just for that shoulder health. Lying cable fly, and I was actually questioned today like why I use this and not the machine, and it's very much, I find it very hard to cheat execution. It's all chest. I'm feeling there's literally nowhere else but through my chest. So yet again, being very isolation, it's a slow one to progress, but it does progress, and I prefer the feel of this definitely over dumbbells. And the machine, I find I can turn into a push, and therefore I can muscle my way through the machine. This just gives me no choice when it comes to execution. I can't cheat it, not unless I'm very aware that I'm cheating it, and then I just can't count the reps because I can't live with that. And then finishing off with some hammer curls. So these here have been 3 sets of 10s now for the last couple of weeks. But it's my biceps, they're a little muscle, it's the end of the session. I'm not going to expect this to progress, especially as I try to keep things as strict as possible. Well, I hope you've enjoyed having a bit of an insight into my upper body strength day. If you've got any questions, please stick them in the comments. If you like the video, then like the video.